Hey everyone, it's another Sunday, and this week I'm really excited because I want to share with you a formula that I learned about 10 years ago, and it really touched my life when I learned it, and I recently rediscovered it, and I've discovered again how powerful it really is. So the formula that I'm going to talk about is called be, do, have. Be, do, have. Now the question you may have is, what is be, do, have all about? So first of all, be, do, have refers to three different modes that we can be in as a person. On the one hand, we are human beings, so we can be happy, we can be excited, we can be fulfilled, we can be interested, we can be touched, we can be moved deeply, and so on. You get it. So we can be, right? Of course, this also talks about the kind of person that we are. Then, of course, we can be in the mode of doing things. So it's about the activities that we do, the tasks that we engage in, right? We can be playing tennis, we can be talking to friends, we can be building a business, we can be building a relationship, we can be doing sports, all kinds of things that we do, right? And then, of course, there's a level at which we have. So when we are busy focusing on what we have, what do we own, what kind of possessions do we have, what resources do we have, then we're in the mode of having, right? So we can have a great relationship, we can have a great friendship, we can have a great business, we can have great clients, we can have a lot of money, and so on. So be, do, have talks about the way in which we create something in our lives. And here's the interesting part. Most people believe that the way that it goes is you go from having to doing to being something, right? So to give you more specifically, most people say something like, I first need to have X, Y, and Z so I can do this and that, so I can finally be what I want to be, or like, for example, a lot of people say, I first need to have a great relationship so I can do all these great things together with that person so I can be happy or be fulfilled. Or another common example that we all have heard about is people say, I first need to have, a certain amount of money so I can finally be free to do what it is that I want to do so I can be happy, fulfilled, excited about what I'm doing. And this is not the way that it works. We don't go from having something to doing something to being that which we actually want to be. It's actually the other way around, and that is where be, do, have comes in. So first we are, for example, if you're happy, right, and there's all kinds of ways in which we can be happy. Yoga, meditation, letting things go, enjoying the moment, so all kinds of ways in which we can be happy, right? So if you are happy first, you will then naturally do a lot of great things, very constructive, positive things like building great relationships, going out there, meeting people, be creative, coming up with ways in which you can produce something that is interesting to other people. And if you do these kinds of things, you will then bring the situation about in which you have that which you may want to have, which is, for example, let's say a great business, having great clients, or having a lot of money. To go back to the relationship example, it's always better if you're happy and fulfilled first, right? So you start at being, because if you're happy and fulfilled, then you're going to do a lot of things. Once again, you're very positive, optimistic, probably a great person to be around. You're going to do a lot of interesting things in your life that you're really excited about. And you will meet all kinds of interesting people and so on. So you will do a lot of great things that help you to bring about that relationship or that fulfilling relationship that it may be that you're after. So once again, we go from being to doing to having. And that is the important way, because the problem is if you try to go from having to doing to being, you think you need to have all these kinds of things. And of course, if you think you will need these resources to get started, what happens if you don't have I don't know, that relationship, right? That would mean you could never be happy or fulfilled. Or if you don't have that amount of money, you would wait forever until you may be happy or fulfilled or whatever the feeling it is that you may be after. So by turning it the other way around, it is much more likely that we are also going to do the things we want to have to do, or that we have what it is that we want to have, whether that is a relationship, a business, fitness, a great body, money, different resources. But this way we dramatically increase our chances of bringing it about, and it's also going to be much, much faster. Okay, that's kind of for what the theory goes, but let's, so the question is, how do you apply this to your life? Or how can you make this applicable to you? And here's my invitation to you, and then kind of an exercise that I invite you to go through. Okay, so 3 steps to apply this to your life. Okay, number 1 is, I want you to think of something that you're after right now, something you want to achieve, maybe a goal that you're after, okay? And then think about, what is it that you think you're going to get if you achieve this goal? You know, maybe it's being happy, being fulfilled, being proud, being satisfied, being excited. And remember that for yourself, okay? So step 2 is, take that feeling or that being that you're after, right? Be happy, be fulfilled, and so on. And take that now and start with being. So be happy, be fulfilled, be excited. Start with that feeling first, embody it, and make it as strong and as present as it is possible, okay? And then step 3, once you are in that state, once you are happy, excited, fulfilled, and so on, then stay in this emotion and think really about what kind of action that person would take. Okay, what actions, what activities, how would this person talk, how would this person present itself, who would that person be with, what kind of things would that person start. And of course you can use that as a goal setting technique and also start writing things down, right? But really go into that emotion and then plan the kind of actions that it takes. And the 4th part that I just want to say, it's maybe not a step, but be playful and have a good time doing this. Realize, you know, maybe you will learn something, maybe you will make a mistake and then you just go back, but really take this process, okay? So realize that you can have this be now, right? That feeling you're after. Start with that feeling, go into the feeling, think through the actions that you will take. And if you go through this and if you then start doing that, then of course you will get to having these results or these great feelings that you're really after. That's all I have for this week. I hope you could get some value and some insights out of this. As always, feel free to share comments down below, and I'd be happy to see you again in one of the next videos. Bye.